There's 2026 AB Calculus number 6. Let's get rolling, part A. The limits as x approaches 2 of f of x over x. Well, when you do a limit, you always just plug it in. That's now f of 2 over 2. And f of 2, if I'm reading that correctly, is 3. So I'm liking 3/2. It's quick and easy. We like the quick and easy B. G of x is f of x. Okay. So I need to know g prime of 2. So get tunnel vision. If you're not sure, don't get overwhelmed. Just ask yourself, what are you looking for? I'm looking for g prime of 2. This first concerns us with g prime of x. So you have to know a little calculus here. You have to know the function inside a function. We need to do the chain rule, don't we? So the derivative of the inside is f prime, and the derivative of the outside with respect to the inside would be this. So g prime of 2 is f prime of 2 times f prime of f of 2. So make sure you know chain rule from function notation. So the g prime of 2 here, f prime of 2 is straight from the table. It's right here, isn't it? 4. And f of 2 we had used earlier in this 3. And now we need f prime of 3, which also we look at the table, where it's 9. 4 times 9, I'm liking 36. Right, so far, not so bad. Liking that, I think we've shown the work there, so we're feeling pretty good about that. C, let h be a differentiable function. So h of 0 is 10. H prime is equal to f prime of 3x. Find h of 2. Okay. So I need to find h of 2, don't I? We got h prime. So maybe I should just do antiderivative. So h prime dx, antiderivative here. So this is just going to be h plus c, technically, but derivative of h prime is h. And here we need a u sub. So if we let u be 3x, du, the derivative of u with respect to x is just 3. So thus du is 3 dx, which in turn 3 dx, which in turn means that dx is 1/3 du. Okay, so we're going to change then. I want to change this to antiderivative of f prime of u times 1/3 1/3 du. That's equal. dx is 1/3 du. So let's, I know we got a c that's coming in a minute, but 1/3 and then f prime of u. Well, f prime of u would just be, let me just do this first. So that would be 1/3 of f of u, and f of u is 3x, right? And we'll just put our c right here. So since h of 0 is 10, I'm going to put a 10 here, and I'll put a 0. Now we could have had c on the other side. This will be the same thing. This will be f, yeah, put a 0 right there. So f of 0 plus c. All right. So c, therefore, is 1/3. Let's see. So c is going to be 10, f of 0. You know, h of 0 is 10. So what is, think about this for just a minute. 0 in there, 1/3. The problem is we don't know. Oh, f of 0, that's up here. Gotcha. So f of 0 is right there. So 10, I had a moment there. I forgot I had the table. F of 0 is -1. Just look up at the table, right? Right there. So that means C is 10 plus 1/3. So wouldn't that be 31/3? So for part C, how about we say, so we had this. Okay, now we got to do h of 2. So h of 2 would be the same thing as 1/3 times f of 6, because that's 3 times 2 right there, plus 31/3. Seems a little weird. So h of 2, well, f of 6 is 5 there. So it'll be 5/3 plus 31/3, which is 36/3, which is 12. Interesting. I will finish with part D there. Part D says find K prime of X. Probably need some room, though. And now if I was taking the test myself, I'd check this over, but I'm just going to hope that's right. K prime of X. All right, let me just get rid of this. Need some room. I debate on whether to check it, but I'm just going to not. Part D. So K prime, so this fundamental theorem of calculus, K prime is just going to be, all right, let's see. So K, we just do K for a minute. K is given to be this, 0x of t squared f of t dt. Therefore, K prime eliminates your integral and puts x into the t position. So it becomes x squared times f of x. All right. Okay, so if K prime of x is x squared f of x, now it says to find f or K double prime 3. Okay, so we got a little product rule going on, because I do believe that the second derivative is the first derivative of the first derivative. So wouldn't this be a product rule? Derivative first, 2x times the second unchanged, plus x squared times f prime, that's the product rule. So if I'm evaluating that specifically when x is 3, I'm going to get 2 times 3 times f of 3, which again, my trusty table, it's going to be 8 plus 3 squared times f prime of 3, which is 9. This is going to be 6 plus 8. Oh, no, sorry. I got lost on where my plus was. 6 times 8, so 48. 3 squared times 9 is 81. All right, so is 129. 129, what do you think? 129. Again, I'm going to just kind of go with it. 2x f plus x squared. I'm sure somebody will let me know if something's wrong. 3. I don't screen these. You know, sometimes people, they'll have everything worked out just perfect. I just like for y'all to kind of see what I'm thinking as I go, instead of, you know, acting like I had this perfect all the way through. Some of these videos they've been edited many times to look perfect. But it's good, I think, to get the teachers in sort of raw first attempt. This is, I think, valuable. And I'm just glancing this as I talk. 981. That looks right to me. That if something's amiss, then I'll come back and fix it.